Welcome to the barn, live on location. Fellas, you ain't ready there.
I am.
What's up, guys?
I'm getting all my stuff ready.
They actually got us out of the studio for once. We've been invited, and we are on location right now at the Argosy Casino in Alton, Illinois. Got an awesome spread here. The marketing staff and the marketing team here has been treating us really well, and they pulled some punches and some strings to get this going.
Beautiful.
We're happy to be here.
Oh yeah, this is great, man.
How's this set up?
This is great.
Those wings are amazing. I don't know what they're rubbed on, man, but they're amazing.
Yeah,
I rubbed them on something.
Good Lord. Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, I don't.
What's the rub on that?
Rub on my pillow. It's like,
What is it? Red hot riplets.
oh, those chips.
Oh yeah, you can get the seasoning.
Those are awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you get to see.
Yeah. Hey, I don't want to go back to the barn. I just want to come back here.
I hear you, buddy. I hear you.
Come back here and do our show.
And those are good chips. Yeah. That's a taste it down.
We are on the boat right now, Argosy Casino in Alton, Illinois. We are maybe 10 feet from some sports betting kiosks and from the sports lounge. We're on the second level here.
We got Ben someplace that Jesus Christ doesn't. That's kind of weird. Ben's all Mr. Wholesome American, and
All right.
he's doing something.
Well, that didn't take long. Didn't take long.
Dave Matthews isn't even here
No, he's not playing. He's not playing here tonight. No.
yet.
Yeah. I'll find a jukebox.
If there was a Dave Matthews bet on the Barstool Sports betting app, you'd
All
take
in.
it. You'd
All
go
in.
all in.
All in.
Put the house on that.
Yeah.
How has he not done a half?
Didn't Tom Petty do a halftime show?
He's got one coming, doesn't he?
No, he's dead. He's
No,
passed
I mean
on.
not Tom Petty. I'm talking about Dave Matthews. He has one coming.
Do you think? I
don't know.
I think they cater to people like my wife. It's like the Shakiras and the J
I don't know, man. It
Lo's
wasn't too long ago they had the Who.
Dave's
Right.
gonna have to do a duet with Katy Perry or something to be on there.
Maybe Rihanna will bring him out.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I bet.
And we are going to be talking some bets. We all have some bets.
I got a good. Okay, yeah. Okay.
Oh God,
When Rihanna
Chuck,
comes up, you guys, I'm gonna blow your mind,
oh God, Chuck is
Can't wait.
so excited.
dude. I love stats.
He's so excited. I'm nervous to sit by him.
I love stats.
We told Kevin, our guy here that's been hooking us up with everything, of course, Chuck showed up a little late.
Right.
Right?
what's
We've been up here at 3 hours at this point, right?
Right.
But we said, yeah, Chuck will be late, and he'll have a bunch of stats. He's been at it in his garage
Yes,
all
sir.
week long for this.
Yeah, locked himself in, and he comes in with color coordinated
Teams, yes, I do. And oddly, the Chiefs are green and the Eagles are pink.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but
That's weird.
whatever.
But we're here. We're live on location. Love this spot, man. Chuck's ready.
I'm ready.
Been hitting it all week long. He's got every bet that you're going to need to. These are our bets. We do not recommend you take these, right? We have to put that
No.
disclaimer in. These are our bets, what we're placing tonight.
We got big game Sunday.
We do. This is like, the Super Bowl is like Chuck's Super Bowl.
It is.
You know what I mean? It's a big deal for him.
Yes.
Right.
He waits all year long for this. You guys took a peek in there at the sports lounge, right?
Yeah.
How many TVs you think's in there?
Oh God.
20, 30?
Enough.
Amazing.
Got the recliners,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's good setup.
Man.
That's all you're saying, man. We'll just bring the barn here. Our studio's great and everything, but we'll just bring it here.
It's nothing better than live betting anyway.
No.
No.
Live
Nothing
betting
better.
is so
It's
fun.
awesome. Such a rush, man. And
Yeah.
you can win. You can win. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's not like, yeah, if you're not an idiot, you can win.
We've talked about that on here before that, timings and when they change the odds has a lot to do with the live betting, and you can take advantage of some things. We were doing some live betting a couple weeks ago, and there was literally no way to lose, but you have to be pretty quick on it. So I think you'll see some guys hanging around the kiosk there. They're just ready to get it in and take advantage of it. We're going to be doing some live betting here in a bit. Actually, we have the Billikens playing tonight. Pretty good, though. They might make
Can
the
we talk
tournament.
about LeBron first?
Sure.
I mean, that's insane. He broke this record. He broke it years before Kareem. Like, he's way more efficient. I mean, Kareem's one of the greatest players of all time. He doesn't get the recognition he deserves. But what I want to point out about LeBron, if love him or hate the guy, love him or hate him, I should say, he's been in the limelight since he was like 13 years old. I think he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated at 13 years old. Mm-hmm. No controversy? Nothing?
Yeah.
How's that? That's insane. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
I don't think he does get that credit.
No,
Right.
it's insane. He married his high school sweetheart. I've never heard of a cheating thing. Does he? I mean, if I was him, but what I'm saying is nothing. It's Yeah, I think he doesn't get the credit for being as good of a guy as he is.
Yeah.
How can he have no? People are digging. That's our deal. In America, we build you up to tear you down.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to tear the guy down.
No.
Pretty charitable too, I think.
Yes.
Kind of does
Great-
it the right way.
great
Works
dad.
hard.
Shows up to his kids their games, man, and cheers them. He's a great dad, great guy.
And then people give him shit for that, man.
Don't
Yeah.
get it.
All right, if you're gonna give me shit for going to my kids' games, what?
Yeah.
It's kind of odd.
I don't know. I want to point out how incredible that is, though. 13 years old till now, no controversies. I don't get it.
Is there a chance that him and Bronny end up on the same team?
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Put all your money in right now. We're at a casino.
Yep.
I don't know if there's a line on that
this
yet.
is
Put it-
Ben's-
put it in.
We are not.
I don't know if there's a line yet, but by God, it's 100%. It's a no lose. I'm telling you.
This is where we're gonna run the disclaimer.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they do though.
I mean, because
think they
he's
end up-
basically came out and said, I want to play with him. I'm not going to retire until I play with him, no matter where it's at. And because somebody is going to draft Bronny. Somebody's going to draft him
Yeah.
in, 2 years? And then whoever drafts him is also going to take LeBron.
They're gonna get the hometown discount.
Yeah. Yes,
Right.
I mean, it's going to happen.
Was
It's going to happen.
The Lakers are bad enough.
God,
They
they're
could-
awful.
Yeah, they could have
They're
him
awful.
anytime. Yeah, they could take him. They'll have top 5 pick.
Did you guys hear that?
Yep.
Won.
Somebody just hit it right
Winner,
there.
winner.
Come on, baby.
Winner, winner. You see anybody down there cheering?
No.
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 It's way back there then.
See anybody here you know?
Just you guys and Kevin.
Yep.
Met a couple guys earlier. Everybody that we've talked to so far, they're hard on the Eagles.
Yeah, I know.
Hard on the Eagles.
We're about
Everybody's
to find out something.
Everybody's walking by saying, "Oh, what radio station you guys on? What are you guys doing?" We tell them, "Oh man, the Eagles. Got to take the Eagles.
Yeah.
Got to talk about the Eagles."
I'm about to enlighten people a little bit.
Uh-oh. This is The Barn. We are live from Argosy Casino in Alton, Illinois. Check them out. Check their site out. They've been so gracious to us. We got a killer setup right here. Basically at the bar, we got TVs. We got the kiosk right there, the sports lounge. We're on second floor here. We're having a good time. You're going to be listening to this Super Bowl Sunday morning everywhere you can get your podcast. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to The Barn, live on location at the Argosy Casino in Alton, Illinois. We want to shout out the marketing team here for making this work on short notice. We just reached out to them, maybe a week and a half ago or maybe a week ago.
Yeah.
And somehow they pulled this together and jumped through a lot of hoops and a lot of strings and pulled a lot of strings to make this happen. We are so appreciative. And they got a killer spread here, and we're having a good time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bury me right here,
I'm
boys.
telling you, new barn.
I'll be here all
New
night.
barn. I'm saying right now.
All night I'll be here.
The barn's in my backyard, so it's like it's hard to get away from that. But we are talking bets. Let's talk the total points. Right now, the line is 50.5 plus 50.5.
Right.
The line is set 50.5. Over under. Ben, what do you think about the line?
Man, I've been going back and forth. Like ever since they set the line, I've been going back and forth because I can see this game going, 30-27. But man, I can also see it going like 17-10 or 17-13. I mean, I can see it being low scoring, because we talk about the Super Bowl being a different beast. It's not, a lot of teams won't play the same offense that sometimes do. The running guns will sometimes, want to slow things down, work for field position instead. So I'm still going to go with my gut. I'm going to go under. I think it's going to be a lot of ground and pound. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. We'll see. But
Right.
that's what I feel. That's that's what betting, most betting is going with your gut. What do you think?
Yeah.
But
Bullshit.
my gut says
It
under.
is. I did all this work for nothing.
Oh God.
So the over-under, if you're not familiar with the betting world, that's something you'll hear quite a bit, but we're talking total points between both teams. And
Add
it's
it together.
one of the probably top things that's betted.
Yeah, because it's easy. It's easiest to understand. It's easiest to, okay, is it over this many points or is it under? I mean, you don't have to pay attention to a whole lot until the end of the game.
And we sent out a survey, and you want to hear what the survey results are.
Yeah, what did the survey say?
80% picked the over. 80% of the people like the over.
I don't like the over.
Chuck, tell us.
I don't like the over. If it goes over, that means that the Chiefs have absolutely manhandled it. It won't be there's no way it's going to be a blowout the other way.
No.
The Eagles. If there's a blowout, it's going to be the Chiefs. I'll tell you why. The Eagles allow at least a 30, 40, 50, 60-yard play every game. Every single game. Who is the last son of a bitch that you want staring you in the face at quarterback if you're a team that allows big plays? You don't want Patrick Mahomes staring you in the face. That's the worst, absolute worst outcome that could be.
Maybe of all time.
Of all time.
Right.
Yes, maybe of all time. And except like Marino in 84, something like 1 year. But as for a career, yeah. Mahomes will make you pay, son. But so the whole thing with me when I first started looking at the two teams was I looked at sacks. The Eagles have 70 sacks this year. That is 2 off the record. That is, I was doing the math. Say a team averages 220 in a 17-game schedule. A team should average about 220 to 224 possessions a year for the whole year. And a sack can absolutely zap a whole possession. It can ruin a possession. It's going to throw you back 15 yards.
And most of the time it does.
Most of the time it does.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not often that you get a sack and the possession is recovered. Sometimes it happens,
You're done.
right?
You're going to punt. Most of the time you're going to punt.
But typically it's either on first or third down or second and long, right? And any of those, if you get a sack on third and long, well, obviously you're turning it over then.
Right.
But if you get it on first and 10, put you back, and you're trying to work just to get the first down. So it can totally be a possession killer.
Yeah. I mean, in first and 10, and even second and 10, once you get sacked, they know you're passing from there on out also.
Right.
So you're at a disadvantage.
Behind the chains, and you're working to get
Yeah.
that.
So they have 70 sacks, which is insane. It is an insane number. But I started digging into it. Okay, so they have 4 games that throw that number off. They have a 6, a 7, a 7, an 8, and a 9. They have 5 games that throws that number off. If you take those numbers out, they average 3.3 sacks a game. The Chiefs are second in the league. They average 3.2 sacks a game.
So they're
a wash.
pretty much right there.
But the Chiefs give up. Their line gives up a sack every 4% of the time. The Eagles are double that. I bet you that the Chiefs get more sacks this game than the Eagles, who most people think the Eagles, their biggest thing is the sack. That's their biggest advantage.
Here's our hot take right here.
Oh, man.
Right. I think the Chiefs will get more sacks than them this game, and that's going to throw everybody off.
How many of those Eagles sacks are coverage sacks? I know they got some studs on the line, right?
They do.
They got some studs. Probably their best defensive player is a defensive end.
Their safety, like their corners and their safeties, they're not real strong, are
Well, they didn't used to be. What had happened is if you're a fantasy football player, there is a certain, like this year, you start your tight ends against the Cardinals. Doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter if it's Jordan Akins. You start him. You'll pick him up and you start him. He's going to score. He's going to do good. Doesn't matter who it is. So, and there's certain things like that in fantasy every year. And for about 4 straight years, it was start your receivers against the Eagles. They will just eat. They will eat and eat and eat. They had Darius Slay, who's an absolute beast. But on the other side, that receiver will absolutely burn them up. This year, they went out and got James Bradbury. He's a bad boy from the Giants. They signed him, and it was over. They put one good dude on the other side of Slay, and it was over. There's a lot of coverage sacks now.
So I think what you're pretty much saying is going against a lot of the narrative that you're hearing in sports media is that you got to take into consideration all these Philadelphia sacks, and you're saying that the Chiefs might have more.
It's a wash. If you take those 4 games out, or those 5 games out where the sacks are just astronomical, 9, 8, 7, 7. You take those out, they average 3.3. The Chiefs average 3.2. And the Chiefs give up half of what the Eagles give. The Chiefs line is outstanding.
You say all that to say over under?
Under.
Under.
I think it's an under.
So survey says over.
I'm under.
Ben says under.
I'm under.
Chuck,
Under. I say under.
We talked about it before we went on air. I'm under as well. I think once you get to this point, it doesn't matter what kind of team you are just trying to win. And if you're just trying to win, it comes with good defense, good solid defense, and clock management and running the ball. I like the under here. I know these guys are studs, both MVP candidates, both absolute studs that can hit the big play, and they got the weapons to do it. But I think they try to run the ball as much as they can, and they're most likely going under. We're all across the board under here.
All under.
The Chiefs are outstanding, and especially in the last 8 games, outstanding on defense. Unbelievable on defense. The last 8 games, they've given up nothing. They've had a better defense than the Eagles in the last 8 games. That's what you need to look at, man. The last so many games. It's not the whole year. The whole year doesn't matter.
Yeah, because I think that they're both going to play it safe, and that happens a lot in the Super Bowl. A lot of teams play it safe, and that's why, we talked also about sometimes your Super Bowl is kind of a dud. It's kind of a dud game because everybody's used to Mahomes, slinging the ball around all over the field. But people also know that Mahomes is prone to interceptions. And I don't think Mahomes is going to want to throw an interception in the Super Bowl.
No, you play it safe.
Playing it safe. I don't think he's going to be the gunslinger. I don't think he's going to I don't know. He might throw something behind the back or under his leg, whatever he does.
He's not going to have to. They give up. They give up one. And a lot of times they give up 2 big plays a game. The Eagles give up a 30, 40, 50 point or 50 yard play a game. Mm-hmm. Every game, all year. It's coming. Somebody's going to do it. MVS, somebody.
The Barn Live, we're going under across the board. I'm surprised we all agreed on that one.
Yeah,
on anything, really. We'd get up there and argue about what wings we like better.
I don't know, man. I like
the ones.
Those are good.
Ones.
Those are good.
The red hot.
Those are good.
The survey says over. We're going under. If you're betting with us, go with the under. We like the under.
Yep.
Disclaimer here. All right, boys. What about this one? First offensive play from scrimmage.
Well, it's a run is favored. A pass is plus 120. Run is minus 150. But if it's the Kansas City Chiefs, dude, they're running. Almost every single game, their first play is a run. There's been like 3 games where it wasn't a run.
We've talked about this before. Many teams will script
the whole first drive, yeah.
Whole first drive. Now, maybe it changes if they get really 3rd and 15 or something. It might change, but for the most part, they like to play quick. And if you play quick, you want to try to catch them in a defense or catch them in a situation that they don't want to be in. Mm-hmm. You're going to play fast, and a lot of times it's scripted.
Yes.
Because it's very planned out.
Right.
And you're saying if it's the Chiefs, we got a run coming at us.
They're running, dude. I'm telling you. I mean, it's not going to pay all that. You have to put up a good amount of money to make some money. But I mean, I haven't counted, but it's probably like 13 of their 18 games or 17 games. Starting with a run.
Can you tell? So if you're not an avid sports bettor, the minus and the plus, can you explain that to our audience here if they're just tuning in and learning about sports betting?
Your underdogs are always going to be in the plus column, or so if you are plus 200, for example, that means if you bet $100, you will get $200 plus your 100 back. Yeah. So I mean, you're getting $300, I guess, essentially. So if it's minus 200, you would have to bet 200 in order to win 100. So your favorites are always going to be in the negative. So say if the Chiefs were playing, I don't know, the Texans in the Super Bowl, which would never happen.
I was going to say.
Well, they're both in the AFC.
Right.
But I'm just throwing a really bad team out there.
I got
Say
you.
the Chiefs would be minus 300 to win, or maybe more. So that's why. That's how you'd have to bet $300 in order just to win 100. Yeah. So that's how that goes.
You don't see insane odds with just like the money line, which is what they call just who the winner is, right?
Right.
But I do a lot of UFC betting, and you will see some plus 3,000s, and when you start talking about parlays where you're tying different bets together, you can hit odds like that, and that's kind of fun because you can put a low dollar amount. And if you connect enough things in a parlay, you can come out on top pretty good. I've had a few winners in my past. So I know you guys have as well.
So you bet UFC?
Oh yeah.
Huh. I liked it when like Hoist Gracie was.
Of course you do.
Jeez.
Of course you do. Because that was
Shamrock
1996.
Is that when they had that Whenever they had that like that little black dude that was like a
Yep.
jumped on people.
Yeah.
That was Bloodsport.
Oh shoot.
Remember they had like Tank
Always get
Abbott
that wrong.
and
Always
Ken
get that mixed up.
Shamrock.
That was
Oh, yeah.
Van Damme. You guys are thinking about Bloodsport?
Is that right? There's no black. The dude that crawl. Okay. There's no.
They don't throw salt in somebody's eyes.
That didn't happen.
Oh, that was Bloodsport.
Right.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Huh.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't know you betted.
I'll tell you what, it's pretty difficult because
Yeah.
it's one knock. I mean, it's a split second where you're just caught off guard or you don't have your chin blocked or whatever, and it can be out. Especially some of those specialty guys that are pretzel you up, and you're like, "What happened?"
I mean, I used to fight a little bit, so
Yeah. 96.
I know.
I think you're like, just stopped at 9. Your brain stopped growing. 1996. That was
I
it.
did too. PlayStation 3 and WWE. Good times.
What else you got?
First play of scrimmage. What do you think?
I'm going with Chuck. I'm going to run. I'm going, just what you were talking about how I think everything is. They try to script that first drive and just kind of get the butterflies out, I think, more or less. Let them get hit.
Can't believe this is happening. I'm going to run. I think you almost always got to run it on first down.
Yeah.
Second and even 7 is better than second and 10.
Right.
It changes your third down play and it puts you in a better position. If there is a fourth down play, I'm always run first down.
Yep.
Always run first down.
Yep.
So you want to hear what the survey says?
Yeah, what's the survey say?
Survey says 60% think it's going to be a run. They're with us.
All right.
Here we go. Kevin, run or pass on the first play? Kevin, the marketing manager. Marketing manager says pass.
Says pass.
We'll see who's right. Yeah, that's right.
Say you're overs guy. That guy likes that party right there. Yeah, I like to be an overs guy too.
All right, next one.
Hold on. Chuck's got to get his cue cards.
I got you.
Chuck, get out
His cheat sheets.
I already got you, kid.
your Dewey Decimal System over there.
I got everything over here.
We're gonna talk about the most fun part of football, the kicking.
Yay.
We're going to talk about field goals. Total successful field goals. Over under is the line right now is 3.5.
Okay, that hadn't moved. I thought that might have moved. Okay, I'm saying over. Low scoring game. It always seems like it could be an over. 3.5. That's total. Both teams.
All right, 3.5.
Yeah, I'm over. I think there might be 3.5 before halftime.
Man, seems like we're all sort of on the same page. We think it's going to be low scoring. We think it's going to be a lot of running. And if that's the case, you got to have some field goals, right?
Yep.
Let's not do the obvious stuff then. About Rihanna. I got a strategy here.
She's not playing.
Oh, she is playing. She's part of it.
Listen.
Do you have a
Betty.
strategy involving her outfit?
I have a strategy involving her first song.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Let's hear it.
First song.
Let's hear it.
You want to hear it? Okay.
Let's hear it.
Get this, okay? So I started doing a little bit of research. I was like, how in the world would you possibly know this? So I looked at last year's was, who was last year? Beyonce or something?
No, it was West Coast
Oh,
Rap.
West Coast. Okay, West Coast. They were on tour. Their first song was, whatever it was.
Was it next episode?
Next episode, that's it. Look at that was their first song on tour.
Oh,
Now, this is the first one. Now going back, Katy Perry, all these people, if you keep going back, all the way back to Justin Timberlake, the first song on their set list was the first song in the Super Bowl. Her first song is Stay, on tour right now.
It's a slow one, though.
That's her first song, and it is, like I say, it's been that way since Justin Timberlake. It's been the first song on their tour, was the first song they played. All of them. Shakira, Katy Perry.
He's so opinionated about Rihanna's first song.
I know
So
it.
convinced.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake. The West Coast rap guys, all of them. First song on tour, the first song they played in the Super Bowl.
Man, I'm sort of with you, but it's just such a slow tempo.
We'll see.
Don't you want to come out firing, guns a-blazing?
But she don't, apparently. Because she's going to play Stay.
I mean,
I like that song.
I don't know a whole lot of songs. Could you sing that? I don't remember.
Hey, I really don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, that one, yeah.
I really don't know it. I don't know if I heard it.
I'm
but
just not- I'm not
all I know
too
is
familiar with
I just
it.
did the
All
research.
along there was a fever, a little lever. You got it?
No.
So I did a little research too.
I did not research any Rihanna, so I'm out.
Right?
The last line I saw was number of songs set at 8.5.
That seemed like a lot of songs.
It does. So I went back and I watched something that I thought was comparable. So like the West Coast rap guys is not comparable to what Rihanna does, right?
They didn't do 8 songs, did they?
I don't know.
I bet they did somewhere around there. It seemed like.
I mean, 8 seems high to me,
That seems
right?
high to me.
Okay. I mean, so it'd have to be 9. So 9 seems high, right? So I went back and I watched J-Lo and
Shakira. Yeah.
Total, they did 16, but it was shared.
Oh.
So if you cut that in half and you figure for every 2 is, if it's one performer, they would have been the under. It would have been 8, right?
I gotcha.
Here's why I also like the under on 8.5 is, like Chuck had mentioned, these are lower. A lot of Rihanna's hits are like mid-tempo to lower tempo. So it's going to take longer to get at least a part of the song in. So I like the under on 8.5 Rihanna songs and lock it in.
All right.
I'm going under just because that just, I don't know, man. It just seems like a lot of songs. Now, I know they cut them short. I know it's not the full length. I know they're not the 4-minute songs. I get that. But I don't know. I just seems like a lot. I'm gonna go under.
Going under.
Going under.
Under.
Chuck, what you like?
I'm going to go with the one that's researched more and go with you.
Survey says 60% over. They like the over.
Over.
All right.
Does she have that many songs?
that's maybe they know something we don't.
Okay.
I know the hits, right?
Yeah.
I know the hits.
Okay. All right.
Whatever
I mean,
those are.
I guess I would know some songs if I heard them.
Yeah. I think you'll be sitting there Sunday or
Singing.
today and be like, yeah, I know, I remember that one.
Yeah.
I've done that before some
Yeah.
times. Like, oh shit, she sings that?
Right.
Yeah. Not what you jam every day.
No, I probably know a lot more if she was around in '96.
Okay.
What you got over here, Chuck?
First reception of the game.
First reception of the game.
First reception of the game. Now, most of the so the Eagles, out of their 17 games, the AJ Brown had it seven times. Smith had it. Yeah, Devontae Smith had it 5. Goddard 2. Sanders 2. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah. But what you need to concentrate on, Calcaterra had it once. And I put down the first 3 throws of every game to see who was in the mix of these first 3 passes. Pascal was in the first 3 passes 3 times. Watkins 3 times. Gainwell twice. Sanders a couple times. Now, if you put $5, let's say Calcaterra out of nowhere, he's already done it once. Let's say that they go to him once, the first pass of the game. $5 bet gets you $405. One $5 bet on that.
Jeez,
$405.
Sign me up for that.
Yeah. Like I say, Quez Watkins, he's had in the first 3 throws of the game, he's been in the mix twice. If you'd put $5 on him, that is something. Oh, that brings you home $180. $180 for $5. Now Pascal is even more than that, $5. Now Pascal's been in the mix this is just for the Eagles, for 3 in the first 3 throws 3 times. So I mean, he could have been any one of those first 3, $5 gets you $335. That's worth it. That's worth trying. Just throwing it out there.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? And on the Kansas City side, they've had Noah Gray. He was actually caught 2 times this year. He was the first pass catcher of the game. That's $5. Get you $125. It's worth throwing $5 at. There's all kinds of these, man.
Count me in.
Yeah. Miles Sanders had it. He was in the mix like a couple of times. $5, it's $180.
Take my money.
Yeah, $180. But if you throw it on 5 of these, if you make one, good Lord, you're killing it. Jody Fortson, one of the backup tight ends for the Chiefs, he was in the mix a couple of times. $5, $205 you take home if he gets the first catch of the game.
We're 10 feet from these kiosks right here. Once we wrap this up, I'm putting $3 in on all those.
And even if you go AJ Brown, put $5. He's the number 1 dude on this whole thing. He's at plus 380 odds. That's the best one. It's plus 3. There's nobody that's negative or minus whatever. It's all plus.
So you're gonna hit it.
You're gonna hit something. Hit at $5 for him is $24. Why not?
Yeah.
What about did you say Kelsey?
Kelsey, $5 get you $37.50 for Kelsey.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
It's
a good little steak meal right there.
No kidding.
He's at plus 650 odds. Goddard gets you $55.
You might be onto something, Chuck.
Telling you, man. And also, I want to bring up before we bring. This has nothing to do with anything, so it'd be hard to bring up. But Kenneth Gainwell has had a really good postseason so far. During the season, he didn't carry the ball near as much as Miles Sanders. Obviously, Miles Sanders had like 1,300 yards or whatever it was, but he was as likely to score a touchdown as Miles Sanders. His touchdown percentage and Miles Sanders' touchdown percentage is almost the same. So if you put Gainwell at an anytime touchdown score, or the first or the last, I think the first or the last, I gotta look it up, but we're talking like plus 2,000 odds.
Oh,
wow.
That's what you like right
Holy
there.
cow.
And he's as
what you wanna
likely to
hit.
score as Sanders.
How broke are we going to walk out of here tonight? I mean, we're going to
Very.
hit something eventually.
I know. And we're gonna walk out broke, and I might need a couch.
I'm telling you.
Chuck, I like what you're saying, buddy.
Let's go.
You're
baby.
good. You're a good salesman, man.
On top of it,
Yeah.
man. I'm on top of it.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you sent me one the other day that I think we're going to talk about probably next segment. But
Yes.
you the way you typed it up, I was sold. I said right there, remind me to hammer this one because
Dude,
I liked it so much. Actually, do you want to talk about it now?
I got
Sure.
that. Hold on. I got that message. You know, the ones Chad's talking about, and I could hear you talking about it, and I could tell how pumped up you were. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, Chuck, you go, boy, go. I mean, I was getting pumped up with you, man.
And I'm the opposite. I was going, I'm putting a mortgage on this motherfucker.
Okay, so if you go on Barstool's Sportsbook here, it's one of the first ones. I don't want to look for it now, but it's one of the first. And a matter of fact, well, right there, that's the second one down. So it has changed. It's went up. It was plus 110. Now it's plus 111.
Tell us.
It's going. Okay, so it says for the opening kickoff to result in a touchback. If it results in a touchback, yes, it's a minus 137 odds, which that is the favorite by far. The no is plus 111. That's changed. It was plus 110 yesterday, so it's changed actually. But here's the deal: 18 of the last 21 Super Bowls, it has been returned. The opening kickoff has been returned. I'll tell you why. I found a clip of Pat McAfee. He kicked off for Adam Vinatieri. He was the kickoff specialist and the punter. He said that before every game, during regular season, playoffs, and whatever, they will give you get 30 minutes with the ball to manipulate it, to beat it up, to brush it, to all this stuff. But the first ball in the Super Bowl, they don't want that ball messed up. They don't want that ball brushed. They don't want it nothing. They don't want you to touch it because it's going straight to the Hall of Fame. So they don't want it all messed up. So he said that it feels like you're kicking a toy ball. He said the opening kickoff, it feels like you're kicking a plastic. So that's why 18 of the last 21 has not been has been returned. I can't quit messing it up. Has been returned. They do not kick it into
Was
the
not
end
a
zone.
touchback.
Right. Was not a touchback.
Has not resulted in a touchback.
Yes, and a return is a plus 111 right now. It's the underdog. The return is the underdog.
I think it's easy money.
Easy money.
I think you're right. They preserve those balls.
They don't
and
want it
they're
messed up.
very particular about them.
Yeah.
I could totally see that. That's believable, and you're hearing it from a guy that was in the NFL. Not
Of course.
Chuck.
Yes,
Pat
me.
McAfee.
Oh, I watched it. No, but if you'll know that if you even hear a kicker talk, they take that first their kick, the ball they're kicking, and they'll make it damn near like a soccer ball. They'll just beat it up and just smash it down and rub it and brush it and beat it up, and yeah, but they don't allow them to do that in the Super Bowl.
You're hearing this on Super Bowl Sunday morning, but we are here on a Friday evening. People are starting to get off work, filling up the craps tables down there. Did you guys walk by there, throw the dice a little bit, blow on them?
I'm gonna do some roulette, buddy. I told you I got that figured out.
Oh,
roulette.
I forgot about
Figured out.
Chuck and
I
his
got roulette figured
roulette.
out, son.
We have Austin from the Show Me podcast live in our little area here, and he went and just placed some live bets. He is a big Billikens fan.
Okay.
And we're talking live. He's even got the hat on, right?
That's a sharp hat.
How are they this year? Ah,
Right.
He placed some live bets while we were sitting here. He likes the under, and we're getting ready to put the game on. He likes the under tonight. He likes Billikens on the money line. And he just placed these and brought these over and taking a look at them. Love live betting. I know we kind of talked about it already, but it's just so fun.
Right.
When it's live betting, I don't even care who the teams are. You don't even have to tell me.
Right.
It's just exciting, right?
Yes.
It's just fun to do. So we're going to go to break. We are live at the Argosy Casino in Alton, Illinois. Come here. They've been so gracious to us, and we love being here, and they're going to have a tough time kicking us out, but we'll be back right after this. Ben, you liking this, bud?
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Loving it, man. This is where it's at, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Got to shout out the Argosy Casino and the marketing team here for making this happen somehow. We weren't sure, but they came through. Seems like they're going to invite us back for some reason.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I mean, we're nice, I guess. I mean, we're nice.
Clean up after ourselves.
I'd want to hang out with us.
Yeah.
No, man, they've been great, though, haven't they?
Just
I mean, treating us,
fantastic.
rolled out the red carpet for us, for real.
And they didn't need to,
No.
but here we are.
No, we're.
Thinking we're probably going to come back and do something similar to this with March Madness.
I think that'd be great. Yeah, I think that the first couple days of games, like that Thursday or Friday, where they, start at 11 in the morning.
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
And then like the last game starts at like 9:20.
Yes.
I love those, man. I love it. It's all day, all night.
We're going to make a marathon of it, I think,
I love it.
because I love those early games too. It's so exciting, and there's, once there's so many going on at once, you're trying to catch up with all the screens, and they have so many screens here in the sports lounge.
The greatest thing they did was, whenever, I don't know how the TV rights were bought or sold, don't care. But the greatest thing was now every game is on TV. You have them on TNT, TBS, they're on every channel. When before, back in 96,
You had to flip back and forth.
No, there was only one channel. It was on Channel 4.
Yeah.
That's all that had it.
Yeah.
And so you didn't get to pick what game. It was whatever game Channel 4 was watching had on. That's what you watched. But now, whatever game you want to watch, it's on.
It's televised somewhere.
It's televised somewhere on basic cable. You don't have to stream it anywhere special. It's still old school basic cable.
Is the rights the same? So it's the TBS and TNT and
Yeah, it's TBS, TNT,
CBS.
and there's one other I can't think of right now, but I don't think it's USA.
Not ABC.
No, I forget, but there's 4
Yeah.
that's involved. So
We're looking forward to that. We're going to actually
Yeah, can't wait.
try to iron out those details soon so we can get the request in and get approved for that. But we're looking to come back up for March Madness.
man, we'll fill out brackets. I didn't think I love filling out brackets.
Yeah.
God.
Have we been on air this whole time?
Yeah.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, Chuck been eating.
Shucks, we've had some wings here at the Argosy Casino. They brought us up some food. We got a nice little spread here. We got kiosk. There's like 4 or 5 over there. There's a ton downstairs. We got the sports lounge here. Got a little bar area here. You can probably hear the casino action. People are getting off work. They're starting to file in, put those money in, hit those big winners here at the Argosy Casino.
All winners.
We'll post the picture that we took here. We got our flag here, and we've had some people come up and ask, hey, what are you guys doing? And we're like, we don't know.
Yeah.
We're from the country. But we want to, again, of course, shout out the marketing team here at the Argosy Casino, courtesy of Penn Entertainment, and they also do the marketing in River City Casino.
Yeah.
Which we were talking earlier. They do a lot of concerts and events and stand-up comedy there. So you might be seeing us there sometime too. But we're really excited to be a part of the team. Hope to be a good player. Appreciate our partnership with them, and we've been having a blast. But we have to get to the winners.
Yes.
Unless Chuck, you got one more you want to talk about?
I got 2 more.
Oh, God.
We got 5 minutes.
Okay. Scoregami. I like that. $5 bet on that is 1,500 odds, man. I mean, you can't beat that. I just did the scores to 43, and there's way more than that. But that's 55. There's 55 chances to get one of them. Scoregami is just a score that has never happened before. The game has to end in a score that it's never ended in before. That's it. At 1,500 odds. And then for MVPs, there's you can go plus 3,000 for Hassan Reddick, plus 4,000 I think it was for Chris Ford.
So on the score,
way out.
Can we talk about the scoregami real quick?
Yeah.
So something like 21-14 is a pretty common, maybe even more than that. 28-14 or something is a pretty common score in football.
I can give you some that it's doable.
Yeah.
Give us some doables on there.
Okay, 32-26. What was it? 32-12. 36-23. 36-29. 36-12. But it's all kinds of doable stuff on here. 18-9.
And the thing is, I think the 2-point conversions really changed that around, because they didn't start the 2-point conversion until maybe 10 years ago.
And you can run back an extra point for 1 point.
And I think that's really changed how the final scores are too.
Yeah. And you said the odds are pretty crazy on them.
Yeah, plus 1,500. I mean, a $5 bet. Yeah, $5 bet, man. Come on. What's that? $5 bet is $80.
Scoregami is pretty cool. What was the other one you were saying? The
just-
prop bets, the player props.
Player props of just MVPs. I mean, you could go crazy. You could go anything. Okay, if you just want to go with positions, a quarterback's minus 500. Everything else is plus. Wide receiver plus 700. Running back plus 1,300. Tight end plus 1,000. That's Kelsey. Defensive lineman plus 2,200. There's money to be made with $5 in these bets, man.
Would you say your strategy is you like the long shot, I guess?
Yeah.
You like putting a low amount on a lot of different and hoping one pays off.
One pays off. That's all you need, one.
Can I talk about my strategy?
Sure.
I love to bet because it makes the game more interesting. Now, the Super Bowl is going to be interesting no matter what. Well, you hope anyway, right? You're going to have typically you'd have some kind of vested interest, whether if you're an NFC guy or an AFC guy, or you have a team you root for, or maybe a team you don't like, right? But I love to bet because it makes the game more interesting. I think a lot of people are the same way. I don't think I'm saying anything out of school. But I typically just
Gimme.
the gimme, the layups. I'm okay. And sometimes I'll tie them together with some other parlays. Give me 2 or 3 gimmies or whatever. Doesn't always work out, but that's sort of my strategy of just give me the easy ones, make it interesting when I'm watching the game. And that's probably what I'm going to do here on these Super Bowl bets in the Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
Do you have a betting strategy, Ben?
I'm not a big bettor. Shocker. I mean, I've placed bets before, but I'm not like Chuck. Like I don't study. I don't go wild. Although I might, because the shit he's saying is really interesting.
Convincing.
I mean, it's convincing, and I'm like, man, maybe I need to start doing this.
Yeah.
I'm a basic who's going to win, who's going to lose, who do I think. I might go the over/under but nothing. I don't step out on that ledge very far.
So who we got winning?
Oh, we're going right to that, huh?
Oh gosh. Okay. You want to hear the survey results?
Yes.
Survey results. Who's going to win?
Super Bowl winner survey says 60% Kansas City Chiefs.
Really? That's surprising.
Let's do it. We've purposefully not told each other, although you might be able to pick it up, but we've purposefully not told each other our winner selection. So this is news. Well, as we hear it here live, it's news to all of us. Ben, who is your pick for Super Bowl 57?
This year's Super Bowl.
2023 Super Bowl winner, Ben.
I tell you this, I didn't, and I'm going on this reason only. I heard a weird stat today that I forgot what I was going to say.
We're going to Chuck.
Okay, hold on.
You got it.
Hold on. It'll come back to me.
Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
You go.
God,
You want to hear the Mox's choice?
I had a big story too.
You want to hear the Mox's choice?
Go.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking Eagles. When you listen to sports media, you hear a lot of Eagles talk, even everybody we talk to here today. I know our survey says different, but most of the people we talk to here today that are placing their bets right now, Super Bowl bets, they're saying Eagles.
And Vegas favors the Eagles.
And they are the favorite. I watched that NFC Championship game, and I know that was a 49ers team that was decimated. I mean, I've never seen a team that decimated in that position before. People, I think, are giving Philly a little bit too much credit for that game in particular.
I agree.
They were actually, I think the halftime score was maybe 28-7, but you kind of forget, or maybe it's 21-7. You kind of forget how they got there. It was a very competitive game until shit went haywire. And when shit went haywire, it was still way more competitive than it should have been. When they went up by 2 touchdowns was the turnover by the fourth string quarterback, right? He fumbles on the 20 or their own 30. They easily walk it in. Now, I respect their running game. I respect their defense. But I don't know if we're getting the full picture of what this game entails. I think winners win, and I think Patrick Mahomes is a legendary once in a generational type player. and I believe in coaching. I think their defense has enough to stop the Philadelphia Eagles. My pick for the Super Bowl 57 is the Chiefs.
Okay. So why is it in college sports, especially when it comes to the new playoff system, they harp and harp and harp on strength of schedule? They harp and harp and harp on the strength of schedule. And you look, so why can't we do that at the NFL? Because I'm getting ready to do that right now with the Eagles.
Do it.
Because the Eagles they're 16-1 when Jalen Hurts is the quarterback. 16-1.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good. But who have they beat? Every year one conference plays teams out of another conference, right? So who did the NFC East play this year? The AFC South. Okay, terrible.
Yeah.
So, also, look, the Eagles, at the beginning of the season, the Eagles beat the Lions by a field goal. Now, if they played the Lions toward the end of the year, because that's when the Lions were coming together, nobody wanted to play the Lions at the end of the year.
Yeah. No, they sure didn't.
So they beat the Lions by a field goal in week 1. They beat the Vikings. Okay, they beat the Commanders. No big deal. They beat the Jaguars in week 4 before the Jaguars got hot.
They were rough.
Because Trevor Lawrence was the best quarterback in the last 6 weeks of the season. And so they beat them by a possession. Okay, they beat the Cardinals. They beat the Cowboys. They beat the Steelers, terrible. They beat the Texans, terrible. They actually lost to the Commanders by 11. They beat the Colts. They're terrible. They beat the Packers at Philadelphia, though. They beat the Titans at the end of the year when the Titans were decimated. Titans were down. Titans were out of it, and that's when they beat them. They beat the Giants 3 times this year. Are the Giants that good? Is Daniel Jones that good? They beat the Giants 3 times this year. They beat the Bears. The Bears, one of the worst teams in the NFL, beat the Bears by 5.
You're cutting most of this, right? Go ahead. Keep on.
So anyway, having said all that, I guess they're going to cut me. Having said all that.
Why?
This is the same thing over and over again.
Oh,
well, because
they beat bad teams.
They beat bad. Yeah,
but I'm just going over.
He's come with you get your cards over there. He's got his.
They beat bad teams.
I'll bust the balls.
And I don't know. I think the Chiefs played a tougher schedule. They beat better teams. And I'm not a Chiefs guy. I'm a Missouri guy, but I'm not a Chiefs guy. I'm against them actually because they voted to get the Rams out and they're in all that. But I think Chiefs are going to win. I'm going Chiefs. Lock it in.
Lock it in, baby. All right. All of this.
All right.
Chuck, give it to us.
Okay. I went into my number crunching for the game this week. I was wondering, how am I going to make a case that the Chiefs were not going to get blown out? I want to try to get something in their favor, but I didn't think I could. I had a much different idea halfway looking through everything. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The Eagles' sacks are scary. They had 4 games this year that threw the number out of whack, like I said earlier. 7, 7, 6, and 9. Otherwise, 3.3 a game. The Chiefs average 3.2. Chiefs give up a sack 4% of the time, and Eagles 8%. So I think the Chiefs are going to have more sacks than the Eagles, which is going to freak people out. People are not expecting that. The Chiefs can be beaten by the quarterback run. That's plain and simple. If they let that get out of hand, they're screwed. Otherwise, wide receiver ones have good days against them. But another one of the productions they give up, I wrote this shit earlier.
You wrote it.
We can tell.
You're reading it.
Gettysburg Address.
I want to get all this shit in there. Okay, anyway. Otherwise, the wide receivers have good days against them. But another one of the production they give up is because the team, they're so up and score. And the teams, they can't run on them. They can't run anymore. The Eagles, because they play such crappy schedule.
Right, which we heard.
Yeah.
Talk about.
So, which I didn't realize that when I was looking at it to begin with. But teams are really, really highly efficient against the Eagles. They have a high percentage quarterback, or like a completion percentage. Running backs have high average yards per carry. They give up a lot of yards downfield. They like a lot of big plays. And who's the last motherfucker you want looking at you from the other sideline? That when you give up big plays, it's Patrick Mahomes.
We said it earlier.
Yeah, Eagle
ever.
It's the Eagle ever. Eagles are I think Chiefs going to beat this shit out of them.
I'm blown away that we drove all this way to agree on so much that we agree on.
Yeah, we could have done this at home.
But I think if you're the
wings at
listener
home.
and you like what you're hearing, and we're right, we'll find out tonight when we watch the game tonight, Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl 57. You're going to see if we're right, if we hit the under, if we hit Rihanna's songs, and if the Chiefs are the winners in the outcome.
I'm stoked.
Fellas,
I'm stoked.
it's been a treat to be here. Thank you to Argosy Casino, their marketing team. We're going to go place some bets. It's time for us to have a little fun. We're off duty now. You can catch us, the Barn Media Group, on all the socials, and we'll catch you maybe March Madness time. Fellas, appreciate you coming.
Thanks, Chad, man. This was a blast. Thank you,
He's
buddy.
going to make us pay for the wings, and he sees how much I take from the roulette table.
And we're out. Thanks.
Thanks.